When you're in alignment, time stops mattering. This is the Gratitude is Yummy podcast. Hello, my gorgeous gratitude babes. Welcome back to the second episode of the new Gratitude is Yummy podcast. This is Jules, the gratitude babe, and your most obliged host, who is so thankful and just so grateful that, you are here. It is actually Saturday night as I pre-record this for the morning post. Guys, it's almost Christmas. Oh my God, it's almost Christmas. Are you excited? Are you excited? Because around here, we love Christmas. Like my daughter's Christmas playlist is over 1,000 songs. Okay, it's that serious. I'm not kidding. Anyway, I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a happy, happy, happy holiday, whatever that means to you. I love you and I hope you're settling in. I hope you are relaxing your shoulders. I hope you're taking a deep breath. Yes, because today we are talking about something that will completely shift the way you manifest. We are talking about time. And this is something that came to me in my recent Get Ready With Me video, which you'll likely see on Monday after this podcast. You will get to see the download come to me in real time. And the topic is time. Yes, we're talking about time. You know, that pressure, the waiting, the counting, why it feels like everything is taking too damn long. That energy, that energy. Most people are so obsessed with when something's going to happen that they completely miss the magic of being in alignment. But here is one of the biggest things I've come to realize about time. Once you're in alignment, none of that matters anymore. Seriously, time stops mattering when you're in alignment, okay? And we're going to dive into how and why even more, because this is one of those episodes that's going to hit you right in the soul, okay? It's going to be soft, it's going to be comforting, but it's going to be clarifying. And honestly, it's the reminder I wish someone gave me years ago, all right? So let's drop in. One of the biggest things I see in this community of conscious creators and healers, is this feeling of I'm behind, right? Behind in money, I'm behind in love, I'm behind in purpose, I'm behind in dreams, and I get it. I used to be that person. I used to feel the exact same way. There's this invisible pressure we all carry, like, everyone is moving so much faster. Everyone is manifesting so much faster. Everyone's arriving so much faster. And we're somehow stuck in the slow lane of our own lives. But here's what I've learned. Being behind is not a real thing. It's not real. Time pressure, it's not real. It's all a story you absorbed, not, a truth that you were born with, but one that you learned, one that was programmed into you. And once you understand alignment, that story completely falls apart. The program becomes completely obsolete in your life, okay? Because you don't count time when you're in receiving mode. When you're in alignment, meaning, you're grounded, you're regulated, you're grateful, you're present, you're open. When you're aligned, time literally stops being relevant. You don't obsess over, oh my God, how long has it been? You don't spiral about, why is it not here yet, right? You don't compare your timeline to anyone else's because your energy already feels like it has it all. Okay, it already feels like you are whole and complete without anything else. And if you're calling in a manifestation, you will know it's on its way because you already feel whole and complete. You can feel the unfolding. You feel the momentum. You can feel the support. And when you can feel all of that, you stop rushing, you stop gripping, you stop forcing, you stop trying to outrun time because you realize you were never behind in the first place. There is nothing you are missing, right? You are already whole. Alignment dissolves the illusion of incompleteness. Alignment releases you from the comparison trap. Alignment reminds you, hello, you're already fulfilled, okay? So whether it comes in an hour, whether it comes in a month or a year or 5 years, you know it's done. You trust the process. You trust yourself. You're truly in flow. You're grateful for right here, right now. You're truly living. You're already living from the version of you who has, who receives, who is. So time becomes completely irrelevant to you. You're not checking the clock. You're not refreshing your email. You're not scripting. And then you look up like, oh my God, universe. All right. I've done the work. Where is it? Okay. You're not waiting anymore. You're just being your whole and complete self. You need nothing because you already are. You already have. Rushing collapses manifestation. And I truly wish somebody had tattooed this on my forehead way back when, when I first started manifesting. I mean, not really, obviously. But seriously, rushing is fear. And fear blocks receiving. Rushing is lack. When you rush, what you're basically saying is, I don't trust. I don't believe it's coming. I think I have to control it. Otherwise, I won't receive what I'm asking for. That energy is contraction. It's panicked. It's closed. It's lack. And because manifestation responds to who you're being, not what you're demanding, the rushing slows everything down. Not because the universe is trying to punish you, but because you're not in the energy of the version of you who already has. That version of you, they are grounded, they are certain, they are present. They're not rushing, they're not checking timestamps on their miracles. They're trusting the unfolding because they feel fulfilled already. They feel whole enough. It's actually the ego that loves time. Your spirit, on the other hand, your spirit doesn't need it. Your ego loves time because it wants to measure and compare and compete and judge and race. Oh my gosh, she manifested in 3 weeks. Why is it taking me 3 months? Your spirit doesn't need time. Your spirit lives in the eternal now. And when you're tuned into that energy, your manifestations come not because you force them into a timeline, but because you finally surrendered the need to control them. And I'll be honest, I used to be obsessed with time just as much as you. I mean, we all are. I wanted the money right now. I wanted the love, the home, the freedom. I kept thinking like, I'm doing all the work. I am doing the work. I'm journaling. Why isn't it here yet? But here's the shift I want you to remember. It wasn't until I fully dropped into trust, deep trust, gratitude first energy, that things started showing up fast because I stopped being in a rush. I stopped checking the clock. I stopped performing for the universe and I started aligning with it. I simply just started to be. And gratitude was the way I did that. Gratitude collapses time. The gratitude is yummy method literally erased time for me. Every morning I'd sit with my journal and I'd write, I'm so grateful for blank because blank. Not for the things I was begging for, but for the things I was already receiving. Not just physical things, but sometimes the things I was receiving energetically. Like, I'm so grateful for the way money keeps flowing for me because it shows me how supported I am. I didn't get $1 million then, but I still show gratitude for the pennies I'd find, the quarters that would show up for me. Like, I'm so grateful for my dream home because it already lives inside me and I feel it more each day. Was it there yet? No. But I was grateful for the feeling of it. Yes. Or I'm so grateful for divine timing because everything is unfolding better than I could ever freaking plan. And it all started to unfold better than I could have ever imagined. Those pennies, the quarters started showing up in random checks. $25 here, $75 there, the random $100 checks. Then, it turned into $500 checks. Okay. When you do this daily, everything begins to shift. You stop watching the clock. Okay. You stop counting the days. You stop waiting because the truth is you're too busy living like it's already done. You're living like you already have it all. Okay. When you sit down with your journal every morning and you write your 3 gratitudes, including the why, your whole energy softens. Gratitude pulls you out of fear and into sufficiency, out of pressure and into presence, out of rushing and into receiving. And from that frequency, you start scripting. You're not scripting from lack, right? Not from when is it coming? Not from comparison, not from competition, but from alignment. That's the difference. When you script from alignment, your timeline collapses. Not because the universe is suddenly speeding things up for you, no, but because you finally became the version of you who can recognize, oh my God, everything's already unfolding. You can recognize all the things that are already coming to you, all the things you already have. Time feels different when you feel different, okay? The moment you stop counting time, you start receiving. Timelessness is basically the manifestation hack that you actually need. We hear it often that time is a construct. It's a tool, it's a system we live in, but we don't have to let it own us. When you're in alignment, you break out of that construct. You quantum leap. You feel the end result now in this moment, and it rushes to meet you. And it's true. And I want you to think about it this way for a second. The version of you who already has the money, who already has the partner, who already has the home, who already has the business, the peace, that dream reality you're calling in. Are they sitting there checking their watch like, when is it coming? No! She's not anxious about timelines. No! He's not refreshing the tracking number on his manifestations. No, she's not wondering if she missed her moment. He lives differently. She receives differently. They trust differently. So the work, the real work that has to be done here is becoming that person now, becoming them now. And the only way to do it super, super quick and super, super effective is through gratitude, through presence, through alignment. Because the moment you shift into their frequency, time stops being a thing you're worried about. You're just living and receiving and becoming and unfolding, okay? And that's when your manifestations show up in the most natural, aligned, of course it happened that way kind of timing. Okay, the soft reframe you need today is if you're someone who has been feeling like they are behind, if you've been rushing the universe, right? If you've been spiraling because, oh my God, how long is this thing gonna take? I want you to hear me. You're not late. You're not off track. You're not too slow, my love. Okay, you're not missing anything. You're not missing a step if you're practicing the Gratitude is Yummy journal. You just need alignment. And once you come back into alignment through gratitude, through scripting, through presence, you'll feel the truth in your body. Time only feels heavy when you're out of alignment, okay? But when you're aligned, time feels irrelevant. You don't care because everything you want is already here or it's on its way. And that's all that matters, all right? So this week, I want you to play with this idea. Instead of asking, oh my God, when is this gonna happen? I want you to ask, who am I being right now? Because when you shift that, the timing takes care of itself. Start with your 3 gratitudes and of course include a reason why. Script the energy of your future self, right? And let alignment work its magic because you're not behind. You're right on time and your life unfolding beautifully. Remember, gratitude isn't just a practice. Gratitude is a yummy, yummy, yummy frequency. And it's one you can access anytime you want. It's always available to you just like your dream life. I love you all so, so much, my gratitude babes. Thanks for floating with me on this yummy frequency, and I'll see you next Sunday. Mwah.